there was a path where we could have worked together to ensure accountability and changes and steps that would have resulted in keeping Canadians safe, because that is our top priority. India, the Indian government, rejected those advances, rejected our attempts to find some way through this.
Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is no stranger to political controversy, but his latest move has inflamed already tense relations between Canada and India. And at the heart of the recent flare-up is a report from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Canada labelled its Indian ambassador and other Indian diplomats as persons of interest in Nijjar's killing, and the fallout has been swift and severe. India defended High Commissioner Sanjay Kumar Verma, saying that accusations against him were ludicrous. Now, India even recalled its High Commissioner and expelled 6 top Canadian diplomats, a move that was mirrored by Canada. Now, the bone of contention here is Trudeau's questionable decision to once again accuse India of involvement in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a move many see as a dangerous gamble ahead of the Canadian elections. Remember, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, head of the Khalistan Tiger Force, was killed outside a Gurdwara he led in Surrey in June 2023. India has dismissed Trudeau's accusations, labelling them a blatant political ploy aimed at bolstering his vote bank among Canada's Sikh population, which also includes pro-Khalistani factions. Now, not just this, but Trudeau, while testifying at a federal inquiry into foreign interference, named notorious criminal Lawrence Bishnoi and his alleged involvement in criminal activities in Canada. Now, facing declining political support, especially after key ally Jagmeet Singh withdrew his backing, Trudeau appears to be playing a high-stakes game. Now, the situation grew even more precarious on October 15th when the United States urged India to take the accusations put forth by Canada seriously, further intensifying international focus on the dispute. Now, this brings us to some crucial questions. How far is Prime Minister Justin Trudeau willing to go in making political gains over protecting vital diplomatic ties? Why has Justin Trudeau chosen this moment to revive his allegations, that too after months of relative silence on the matter? Is the Canadian government's stance on Khalistani extremism a calculated move to appease a specific vote bank? Can Justin Trudeau afford the fallout of strained India-Canada relations? Facing an eroding support base amid international dissent, Justin Trudeau playing a risky gamble on the India-Khalistan issue? Now, the diplomatic feud between India and Canada is rooted in the June 2023 assassination of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a known supporter of the Khalistan movement. His killing outside the Gurdwara he led in Surrey, British Columbia, was described by Canadian authorities as a targeted attack. Nijjar had been a prominent figure in advocating for an independent Sikh homeland in India's Punjab region and had long been on India's radar as a terrorist. In September 2023, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has repeatedly claimed that Canadian intelligence suggests India involvement in the assassination. Now this triggered the start of icy relations. A slight thaw appeared in October 2023 when India resumed processing visas for Canadian citizens, but the diplomatic row reignited soon after. Now, on October 14, 2024, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau doubled down on his accusations against India, claiming that Indian agents were involved in criminal activity against Canadians and coercion targeting South Asian communities. Here it is important to note that Justin Trudeau's proximity to pro-Khalistani elements has not gone unnoticed. He has been accused of pandering to extremists within the diaspora for electoral gains, with the Khalistani community forming a significant part of his political base. Now, his administration's stance on extremism has come under fire, especially with his repeated defense of pro-Khalistan rallies in Canada as freedom of speech. But Trudeau's controversial positions are not only alienating India, but also his political opponents and even some within his own party, with polls showing him trailing behind Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. Trudeau's political future looks uncertain. Now, Trudeau's calculated embrace of pro-Khalistani elements has raised serious concerns about his priorities. Is the Prime Minister using foreign policy as a tool to cater to a specific vote bank? Has he compromised Canada's relations with India, one of the world's largest democracies, to cling to political power? How far can Trudeau push this narrative without jeopardizing Canada's long-term diplomatic standing? Now, the consequences of such moves are already being felt. With tensions rising, Trudeau faces the challenge of balancing domestic policies with international diplomacy, two competing arenas where his actions are being scrutinized. Now, the timing of Trudeau's fresh allegations has led many to wonder if he is seeking to deflect attention from his political troubles. His minority government has been losing ground, especially after two embarrassing defeats in special elections. Now, polls indicate that Trudeau is on track to lose the upcoming national vote, with inflation, healthcare, and housing crises fueling dissatisfaction amongst Canadians. With a looming election and his political career hanging in the balance, Justin Trudeau has intensified his rhetoric, but at what cost? The public's patience seems to be wearing thin, with just 26% of people considering him a good Prime Minister. His main rival, Poilievre, is steadily gaining ground. Now, as the world watches the escalating tension between two major democracies, the question remains: is Justin Trudeau's aggressive stance on the Nijjar assassination driven by genuine concern, or is it merely a political gambit to hold on to power? The longer Trudeau maintains his hardline position, the more Canada risks its diplomatic relations with India. In the quest for political survival, Trudeau may be walking a dangerous tightrope, one that could see both countries paying a high price for his electoral strategy.